Okay, June 16th. In 1858, Abraham Lincoln, the newly nominated by the Republicans for Senate from Illinois, is giving a speech in front of the Republican convention in Springfield. And in those days, when you're running for the Senate, there's no direct election of senators. So what you're doing is trying to get a majority in your party to control the legislature. Then the legislature decides who wins the Senate race. So he's running against Stephen Douglas. This is the famous Lincoln-Douglas debates that had gone on earlier. And so Lincoln is starting to get kind of a national reputation. But in this speech, he paraphrases a New Testament passage when he says, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." And what he's talking about here is slavery. That slavery, that we can't be divided over this issue. We've got to figure out a solution to the issue of slavery. He believed it was immoral. He believed that it needed to go away. But he also believed in preserving the Union. His number one goal was to preserve the Union, so to find a solution to this problem. But the southern states were heavily dependent on slavery from an agriculture standpoint, from cheap labor, and all those things, whereas the northern states had moved away from agriculture as a primary source and moved into manufacturing and industrialization. So they less affected by slavery. So that's the kind of issue that was kind of dividing the country at that time. And as new states were coming into the Union, the issue kept coming up over and over and over again as to whether or not they could expand slavery into the new states. So anyway, that's what happened today in 1858. Abraham Lincoln, with a rising national reputation, uses the phrase, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." So that's what I have for today. I will see you tomorrow.